I'm delighted to be speaking this morning to Dr. Derek Thomas. Derek is a longtime professor at RTS and is senior minister of First Presbyterian Church in Columbia, South Carolina. I want to ask him a few questions about sanctification this morning. And I thought I might start by asking you this. What is sanctification?
Well, good morning. And it's wonderful to see you, Jonathan, once again. There's always a difficulty about speaking about sanctification because it assumes that you know a lot about sanctification, and all of us are sinners progressing towards a goal. And that goal is to be like Jesus. And I think the easiest answer to the question, what is sanctification, is being conformed to the image of Christ. And I'm referring to the 8th chapter of Romans. Sanctification has two aspects to it, and there's a definitive, positional, judicial aspect to it, and then there's a progressive aspect to it that involves effort and energy on our part. And usually when somebody asks what is sanctification, they're referring to the progressive aspect of sanctification. And it has, in Calvin's terms, it has a negative and a positive. Mortification of sin, putting sin to death, remaining sin, habits of sin, and vivification, growing in the fruits of the Spirit. So there's a putting to death and there's a bringing to life. There's a putting off and a putting on, to use Pauline language, a different metaphor. So sanctification is growing more and more like Jesus. Less and less of the elements of sin and the habits of sin, and more of the graces and fruit of the Holy Spirit.